So, how do I sound? Um, this is gonna sound kind of weird because I don't know how this happened, but my mic arm fell off my desk. As far as I can tell, there's nothing wrong with it. It just like screwed back on. It's one of those like screw on clamp things. Anyway, we might sound a little different as a result. Double check everything else is working. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Okay. Here we go. Well, that didn't work at all. All right. Let's hopefully finish this today. The goal is going to be all the way up to, I guess we can maybe do here. We'll see. And I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like the body's still missing something. I'm just not sure what it is. But we can figure that out as we go along here, right? Okay. We're probably just going to have to wing the colors because they're not saved. Which I must confess is not ideal for me. Okay. Maybe do something about this leg. I feel like it's not looking that ideal. But yeah, I feel like we're approaching a point where there's things I could maybe do. Oh, sorry, man. It's begun. There's things I could maybe do, but like I'm not really sure that it's gonna do anything. If that makes sense. I feel like this one might be too big. It's also the wrong color. I feel like I want the darker color right now. So let's switch to that. I feel like darker base and lighten it is the play. Call me crazy on that. Do 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 do. Call me crazy, 'cause I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. No, I want. There's like this one. There we go. Okay. I'm going to lose it. All right. So let's do the old mixeroo, shall we? Hi, how are you? Fuck, I'm telling. Am I? I don't know about that. I'm just here working, but thank you. Also, how are you? All I'm doing is drawing this thing. This is somebody else's work. This is mine. He's yeah, no. No, so that's another that's somebody else's and I'm using their color thing because their whole thing is they're a Carno, so I'm turning them into a Carno. Dude, I wish. Imagine. Imagine 6 months in and I'm drawing good shit. Would be crazy. Would not be me. Would be someone else. Yeah, I'm just drawing these things right now. Basically, I'm trying to turn them into a dinosaur. There's someone else who said, I forgot, I saw their tweet or something. They wanted to be a raptor, so I'll probably do that next. It's not going to go well, because this one didn't go well, but it's just kind of fun practice. It, like, lets me not exactly copy whatever someone else is doing, while kind of doing my own thing, you know? Sending it, if you will. I swear to God, that was supposed to be a different color. There we go. Holy moly. We need more light color. Now we hit them with the blendo. Now you can't really tell. And now we gotta go back in it. Hit them with something a little darker so you can see like a facet, maybe. Yeah, you can't tell at all. Want to draw an owl human? I mean, I'm not that good at it, but if you like send me like references, I can work on that at some point if you want. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. This is probably the first time. All right, so I drew someone called Ishtola from Final Fantasy 14, and that wasn't a drawing. That was like based off of pictures of a 3D figure, like it was an actual figurine people could buy back in the day. So that's probably like my first thing I ever kind of created from nothing. But this is like the first thing where it's like, okay, I referenced a Carno for this, but like this wasn't a drawing or art of any kind, and I'm just like stealing this person's color. So like, don't have high expectations, but yeah, if you want to like send me a bunch of stuff, I maybe can do something with it. It might not look that good, but it might look like something. Could be fun. Add it to the list. It also actually helps me because then it's like sometimes I'm like I don't know what to do, you know? Like okay, I can go to like Twitter and look at people's cool stuff like this one, right? Like this is kind of cool, right? This is really well done. And what do? Just draw exactly this? Send my reference? What a treat. Let me look at it now. Get the old phone open. Oh my god. So do you want this like what are we working with here? Am I just trying to make a version of this? Or do you want it like as an owl? Like more owly? You want it maybe more like this, I guess? I might be able to do something more like this. Like one posed up. Or just whatever happens, happens, I guess. I got something to work on. But you know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm just like I'm trying to learn, so it's like, well, how do I learn if not just by literally looking at other people's stuff? But I don't want to just draw the Mona Lisa or something, you know? Okay, all right, I can't draw the Mona Lisa. She's always moaning and stuff. It's weird. Moaner Lisa. Let's get it done. I forgot to switch pens. Yeah, that's how this is going. I'm forgetting to switch pens. I should really learn how to use the extra buttons on this. This one looks really, really, I don't know, blurry for some reason. We're gonna try and straighten this out. Get them all fixed up and ready to go, you know? Ready for the ball. People still do balls. Like, are people going to dances? Maybe rich people. That one looks really weird to me. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't draw it. Just gonna move on and pretend I did not draw it. It's on the list. Do 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 do. This is gonna leak, isn't it? Oh hell yeah, it didn't leak. No leaky. No leaky. I didn't fucking leak. Me when I'm 85 in the old folks home. They're evicting me. I love just making this up as I go along. Like, what am I even doing, bro? Like, what is this? Human. Do 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 do. Feel like this little piece here got a hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what? Let's go ahead and shrink this. I feel like it's getting a little too blended. I think that might be, I mean, I suck, but it's getting a little too blent, you know? Get blent. Can't be having no red show up behind it like this. Get bent, zap. Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. We'll just blame that for the reason the other ones aren't as nice. Why did my headphones just fall off my thing? That's not really ideal for me, I must confess. Not ideal. These already have a problem. Get your ass back on the fucking headphone stand. Alright, how's it doing? Holy moly. What am I working with here? What? eBay? Why is eBay telling me that my car is in demand? How do they know what car I have? The hell's going on? Fucking spying on me, bro. Fucking spying on me. All right, I think here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna try and finish this today. Like I said, I have that Raptor one I want to do. That'll hopefully only take me like another 2 or 3 weeks, and then I think I'll work on this. The thing is, I don't really know where to go with it because there's already something there. I guess I could just try and make it in this style. I can maybe make it into more of an owl instead of more human, or maybe more human instead of more. I don't know, but we have something to work with. I guess what I can do is like figure out references for like a different shape, so it's just like a different style. And yeah, we'll figure something out. Whether or not it's good, you know, remains to be seen. The heavily remains, really. What remains? That's a great title for either a band or a book. And you can't take it. I copyrighted that right now as I said it. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to mention this. I saw the Peeper. I saw him. We reference him in almost every fucking gaming stream. I swear to God. I swear. I saw him. I was watching him. I was peeping. It's a little Nicky reference. I saw the actor for it. John Lovitz, I believe, is his name. If not, I saw that guy. If that's not him, wait, who is that? He's who plays uh the guy, right? Why does this feel like the wrong color? Because it is. Um, but he's just saying, I deserve this. It's just so fucking funny. I don't know why it's like anytime we do something and then like mess it up and like die hilariously or ironically, it just becomes like, I deserve this. I swear, not a stream goes by where we don't mention Lil Nicky. It's just my. I don't even know that it's like my favorite movie or anything. It's just a good movie that's highly quotable. You know what I mean? Like things just happen in there that are just fucking hilarious and like almost universally like topical. or relatable. This one, for some reason, is feeling like really, really flat and blurry. And I say for some reason, it's because I don't know what I'm doing. Believe it or you believe it. I don't have to say believe it or not. You know. If you know, you know. And if you don't, get the fuck out of my goddamn stream, bro. Like, get out of it. Go. Skedaddle. Scooch. I'm just kidding. You can stay for a fee. Okay, what am I saying? Fucking losing it, bro. This one does not have, like, this right here is putting this to shame. Maybe that's it. This one's like looking kind of decent and faceted, and this kind of just looks like a little fucking blob. How do I do this? How do I recover from this financially? I am never gonna financially recover from this. Maybe this is it. This is it. It's good enough. We're done. We'll move on. Oh no. This one's getting covered by the necktie. What will I do? Not draw it. Moving on. Fuck that. I am not drawing. I could draw a bump here. We'll think about it while we're drawing this. What is that? What am I doing? Why did I sound like such a what girl right there? Oh my god. Like, what? Why did I sound like this? What is this? What am I doing? Somebody help. Somebody stop me. Tired of being. I wish I were LeVar Burton. Why does it feel like I'm speed running right now? What am I what what am I doing? Why am I speed running this? I can literally just continue this next weekend. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. I guess I just kind of want. I feel like since I'm not really able to stream this during the week very much, if at all, I kind of just feel like I want to do things as much and fast as possible. I guess that's it. Okay, there it is. Do we try to draw a bump under the necktie? I feel like the tie is like kind of already goated. I don't really want to fuck it up. Is this on sleeve? I think it's on sleeve. That's why it's not working. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's not right. What I need to do is I need to match this very, very heavily color-wise. And like kind of almost make it feel like it's a fold. Um, man, this was probably a mistake, but you know, it is what it is. What if we just come up like one shade darker on this? Right here. And we just try and like blend it. So like you can see that something's going on here if you're very attentive. So like it's raised up, so like the top part here is lighter. Do you know what I mean? And then like the back part is darker and it's like raised up, but it's not like super skin tight weirdly. Probably should be. But it's, you know, it's raised up and you can kind of see what's going on, but you can't really. I think we're good on that. I think we're good. All right, let's look around. Where else can we put little purpley things? We're kind of good on the arms and the the legs. We got the tail on the back. We got our horns. We got under the eyes. I think we're done with this purple palette for now. I'm gonna erase it. This one's pretty easy to recover. Let's go ahead and get some red. I want this. We're gonna try to really 3Dify these spikes. Hopefully I don't fuck it up too much. I think we should be relatively okay though. My hope here is that this helps define the facets by creating like some shape here. I don't know why this one for some reason in my head came out really good, but like in my head this looks good, but then like I'm looking at it and I don't think it looks good. I don't know how to explain it. Do 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 do. Oh, you know what? I watched the latest Superman. Um, so my boss had said, one of my bosses said like loved it. He had like bought it right after it was done, like being in theaters. He watched it like a whole bunch. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be pretty good. But you know, I didn't want to. It ended up being on Amazon, part of Prime, so I watched it. It was definitely good, but like, I don't know. Like there was a solid like month where every time I went into his office for something, he had it running. I don't know if it was that good. It for me, it's hard to reconcile. I get why they do it, but it does the thing where you don't get the real origin story. Like, I mean, at least they put it in text for this one, but it does this thing where you don't get the origin story, right? And you have to like read it at the very start, and that's kind of fine. Like, I get we don't need to see him falling from a meteorite type deal into Kansas or whatever the fuck, into Smallville. Like, no, we don't need to see that necessarily, but it just kind of throws you into the story. Like he's just kind of getting beat up. Like this is the very start, so this isn't a spoiler, but he's just kind of getting beat up and it just like starts, you know what I mean? And like you don't really understand why he's like why the villain feels the way they do about them. There's like no history. And yeah, you know, if you've read Superman comics, maybe seen the other movies. I just don't like when movies are like, okay, so in order to get this, um, you need to know what this is. You know? Like this works because a lot of a lot of superhero movie fans are probably in their 30s to fucking 80s at this point, you know? And of course you can be a younger fan of that, but it works because they saw the Henry Cavill Superman, right? They grew up with the comics. They saw the other, I can't blank, the other Superman that everybody loves. Or there's also one I think nobody loves, right? I don't know, but right, like we know who Superman is because we've seen the media. But let's say you're 12 years old and this is your first Superman. I feel like it's just not a good Superman for that, you know? Hold on, what the hell is going on over here? I don't know. Anyway, like that type of storytelling has been really prevalent in comic book superhero stuff. Uh, Black Panther does it where we talked about this actually on stream the other day. I just hate the fact that you need to have seen Captain America Civil War to know who Black Panther is really and why like he's doing the things he's doing in the Black Panther movie. He doesn't really get a he doesn't get an origin story. He gets a re-origin story because his origin story is in the first one, or well, is in Civil War, I believe. I think it's Civil War. And my problem with that is the character deserved better. It would have been better if they did what they've done. They've done this. This is why I think it's such a problem in like Marvel, for example. They've done this where they make a movie that takes place before something that like a movie that's already happened. Why didn't they do that with Black Panther? Like they should have made one that ended basically at the start of Civil War, like the perspective of Black Panthers. That would have been better. I just don't know why they like didn't. I don't know. I feel like the character deserved a real origin story, not like an origin story in Civil War. I also felt that way about the Spider-Man. Like I get it. We've seen Spider-Man before start, but like it just kind of sucks that their story, their origin is in a movie. Like I said, Civil War. I mean, you have to have watched at the very least the first Iron Man, the first Thor, the first Ant-Man. Uh, I mean, you probably should have watched like all of the Thors except for Love and Thunder, I think, at that point, and all of the Iron Mans, and then um, you need Avengers, you need the second Avengers, right? Like you need every movie that's relevant to that. It's like you can't just go and watch it and really get why like who some of the people are. You're just expected to know. And I think that's bad storytelling personally. It's like run more like a TV show. It's like here's what I'll say. The new Superman, as much as I did like it because I do know the Superman story and it's like it's fine from that perspective. If this was the first Superman you ever saw, you would really just not get the importance of a lot of what's going on. And it's kind of like, you know, what's some major TV shows? Lost, Supernatural, like some classics that I think it's kind of relevant to have seen previous episodes. You know what I mean? Like The Flash, a superhero thing. Like okay, we know the Flash's thing is that he's fucking fast, but like why are some of these villains relevant to bro? And it's like you turn on your TV, channel whatever channel these things are on. We'll just say 5, right? And it's the show. And it's your first time watching the show and it's, you know, second season episode 24 or something or like 23, you know what I mean? It's the end of it's the episode before the season finale. That's what Superman, the new Superman, kind of feels like. Like you're watching the second episode before the season finale, right? It's the start of the fight that started at the end of, or it's the end of the fight that started in episode 23 or whatever, or in 22, and now you're on episode 23, and then it kind of ends, and you're like, well, wait a minute. I guess we wrapped some of this up, sort of, but like, what about 24? What are they gonna do in 24? Is that just a recap episode? Like, it just kind of ends, and I get that it's supposed to be so that they can potentially do more, but like, I don't know. It just this is very common. It's not specific to Superman right now. It's very common in the industry, if you will. I just don't really feel like I'm really liking the way they've been doing this. Probably gonna regret this. I knew it. Alright, hold on. We gotta go back. I don't know why this feels wrong. I feel like it looks okay from here, but like zoomed in, I feel like you could tell there's something's up. Okay. So she kind of has like this corset thing that has like pattern on it. I'm thinking maybe we try and draw like a little bit of that pattern. I might regret it. Oh, this is like black, huh? Let's just see what's going on here. What if we do this 50? Okay, I might be able to fit that in. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This might be too big. So the problem with going bigger is it doesn't really scale right, and it kind of does it, instead of going from a blend, it kind of turns into more of like a diffusion. It's like not calculated properly. I don't know how to change calculations on this either, obviously. If that wasn't very fucking obvious, really, which it should have been, because y'all are fucking smarter than me. And by y'all, I mean nobody, because nobody watches this. I'm kidding. Actually, people do watch this. It's weird. Thank you for watching. I don't know why you're doing it. I don't know what drive. Fuck it. I don't know what drives you, but thank you. Yippee. Ew. God damn it. Get your ass back here, dog. Okay. I think it's too big. Can I? Kind of looks like a mole. Hold on. I should be able to just shrink this, right? It looks a lot better. We're gonna get maybe a little cute with it. What if we do a little heart one? I don't know if this person likes these, but I think it's fun. So fuck them. You don't like it, pay some, pay someone to do your fucking art. It's got nothing to do with them. They have no say in this, right? Totally zero insult meant. We're just having fun. If they don't like it, they don't have to like it. That's cool. Wouldn't be the first person, right? We have, um, I think the only like bigger creator who even bothered to look at something we did was Jax. And that's because I replied to something she said as like a shit post with the shit post version of it instead of the real art version. So we're not exactly up big on appreciation, you know? Okay. Why did I do this? This is so fucking hard. Why do I do these things to myself? I just like pick and make up like the most asinine, difficult things to do. Just because I think it'll be cool. Or like satisfying. Am I stupid? Feel like I might need to hit blend on that a little. No, that's not it. There we go. Maybe. Let's zoom out. How do we feel? I don't know about the heart one. Do we scrap heart? Is it? I feel like it's like my eyes argument. Like I did it because I thought it would be fun in this case, but it's like it's very out of place. I know. We'll do another one right down here and we'll leave it at that. I was gonna. Oh, I could do like a spade, a diamond, and a thing. I don't know if this person's into cards or anything like that. We'll just do a second heart down here. And then we'll just, you know, have some fun with it. That's all we're doing. We're just trying to have some fun with it. Okay, let's take this. Holy shit. I'm surprisingly consistent at drawing hearts now. Maybe. Not really. I don't know why this feels so weird. It just doesn't... I think it's too small, maybe. See, now it feels weird, though, that there's only two. I kind of want to do two more. But I think we're going to leave it. I don't know what this is supposed to imply. I'm going to leave it because I think it's going to get too crowded if I do two more. Okay. Let's go to shade. Let's take this. And I feel like we just got to, like, do some extra shading stuff around. Okay, that's not right. Hold on. Keep it steady. Keep it steady. Keep it steady. Come on. Hold on. Let's clear the wheel. Get that going. Nope. So, this is approaching levels of done. I know nobody's gonna be able to reply in time. How do I tweet this at the person? Usually I just go ahead and use whatever their art tag is. It never gets seen because I have a small art account. I'm thinking I might do it from my main instead of the art, or maybe I'll do both. But the reason is they actually follow me on main. So they might actually see it, and I do want them to see it because they're a relatively small creator. And I think they might more appreciate the fact that somebody took the time to do something about them. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't 3,000 viewers average person. Maybe they should be. They're, funny and fun. But this isn't Saraway. This isn't Jax. This isn't Freem. All people who get like hundreds of viewers very regularly. I think most times I've seen her, she's around 30 to 50, which is great, by the way. That's that's got to be like top 0.2% or something. That's, you know, huge. That's incredible. So I want to be clear, I'm not trying to like disparage that. It's really good. It's enviable. I dream of such numbers, you know, but they're not like hyper streamer making millions a year, making 10 grand a week basically off of like subs and getting like $100 million, exclusive stream here deals or something like that. This is like borderline a normal person. Like, that I wouldn't be surprised if they had a regular day job because, there's just no way they're making enough. Not that it's my business what they make, but you know what? This person deserves art too. And they follow me, so they get scammed into free art. Um, this is what you get. But I think this is actually the direction I'm generally gonna go. Like, I don't know. I've thought about making a tweet. Like, I see these all the time where it's like, if you want free art, just post some references and maybe like generally how you'd like it. And you'll get it when you get it. No complaints. Enjoy type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be the best there ever was, but you're getting it for free. So what the fuck? What are you complaining for, bro? Um, but you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I want to do something like that, or like in general, when I go to pick who I'm going to do something of, my focus is going to be on much smaller creators. Like ones who I see, maybe they have an art tag. Um, I'm going to look at it and be like, oh shit, they have an art tag. The only one posting regular art of themselves is art that they commissioned for themselves, right? Or there's no use of their tag whatsoever. Like, I'm going to try and focus on just doing basically fan art of these people because I feel like that would be cool. You know what I mean? It would be nice if it happened to me, right? I would appreciate it. So I would hope that they could feel the same, right? That's the goal. I want them to like feel the way that the big creators get to feel, where there's just like constant streams of fan art coming their way. And I want them to have that. I want them to feel like, you know what? Maybe this is going somewhere. I want them to keep going. Because for me, I don't I don't personally want fan art of this model I use. It's a very basic model. Um or anything like that. But if I were them and I invested in a model, because they have like generally pretty expensive models still, right? If I were them, I would want it appreciated. Like for me, I don't think it makes any sense because this is just like a very basic Vroid model I made as like a placeholder that's kind of just stuck for 5 years or something because I don't really know where I want to go with this. I don't know. I've honestly been thinking about just not using a model anymore because I don't know, I don't really see a point. Like, I like that people can see some level of expression. I like the the connection. I like having something that represents me visually, but I don't know, like the I think if I were to try and create something specifically for me to have as like a model, this probably wouldn't be it, but I don't know what it would be realistically or how I would go about making it and how I would go about like describing it to someone. So it's just kind of like, I don't know, this is like me because it's become me because I didn't want to drop hundreds if not thousands of dollars on something. But like it's not really me. But if I did, if I had like a really cool model or something, I feel like I would be so thrilled that someone also thought so and went and like did something for me. I think that'd be super sweet. No, that doesn't feel quite right. We're just gonna test something real quick. Okay, we're gonna increase the size of this. This is just to add more than anything, hopefully like a little bit of like color variance in some of these flatter spots. I'm not necessarily looking to make her feel super striped, but I do kind of just want some level of like color variance. So I think maybe I'll do this. Okay, the tail's looking better than the body stuff. I think maybe diffuse it a little more even. I think I need like some more orange here. I didn't really actually have to go around that. I just kind of want to try and create some type of like flow to the body language here. I don't know if that even makes sense what I'm saying, but like I want like some sort of shape going from this color frame. I don't know what I'm saying. These aren't like true technical terms. This is just like what's coming to mind while I'm doing it. And it's like the best way I can explain like my thought process, because I don't really think there's a thought process. But I'm trying to like fuse some extra color into this. Yeah, I know. I saw that I fucked this up, but I think it's okay for now. Wait, hold on. That might be too much for there. There we go. Okay. All right. Moment of truth, I guess. Can we fuse this so that it doesn't look like squiggles? It looks more like coloration and variation. We can. All right. It's sort of working. Might not be the best way to do it, but I think we're onto something here. I do feel like I want more definition around maybe the eye and ear spot here. It's feeling a lot less flat, but not really feeling the way I want it to feel. I want it to feel a little more like it's flowing, like maybe it's all going one direction, but I don't really know how to do that without just physically drawing scales. And I really don't want to do that. I don't really want to draw scales. Maybe occasional scales. Maybe I can get away with that. I don't want to draw a bunch of scales, though. Okay. Maybe this little pink addition could help us. We'll hit the top part with this. Okay. I don't dislike it. Okay. Do 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 da 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 da. Okay. So now let's maybe try a layer of this. Okay. Maybe zoom in a little more. Okay. All right. Let's hit this with that maybe. Oops, wrong one. We want that. Try and like maybe bring this down just a smidge. Uh-oh. There we go. Undo some of this. There we go. Okay. There we go. Can I have this back, please? Thank you. Try and retrace our steps here. Oh, brother. This guy stings. It's me. I'm this guy. Okay. Not too bad. Okay. Um, feels kind of empty here and here, but I don't really know what to do about that. Some very scaly feel to some of this. Let's do some deep. Ooh, but those are indeed. Just call it scales real quick. We'll put it behind deets. Okay, here we go. Do it in this because I feel. Well, no. It's gonna have to be in this. Let's go ahead and reduce that though. Okay. Maybe hold on. Well, maybe hold off on these and see how this looks. Okay. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. What if I just do this from the start? Does that fix it? Okay. I feel like I like it, but this is a huge thing that I'm taking on. I don't know if we can do this. Like, we're not finishing tonight if we do, or this morning if we do this. This is tough. This is a tough call. I think we do it and we just pray that we can pull off a bunch of this. So we have to keep in mind just how much this is adding. It sucks from the perspective that I was hoping to be done today, this morning, but like the amount this is adding is fucking immeasurable. This is changing it to like real feeling almost. Right? This is like a huge amount of improvement. I don't know, in my opinion anyway. You don't have to necessarily agree. So what if I do like that? Okay. Straight back half it. One way. I might be able to speed through this pretty decently if I like focus up and really send it. Technically, I don't really even have to do the whole thing. Only her tail's got like 3 of them. I think I might put one like right here. Hold on, we're gonna do this a little differently. Let's try and do it like, I don't know how to explain it, like scale like maybe? Do you know what I mean? I could do this and like copy paste these and change the size a little bit. I think that would probably be a little more acceptable on this than something like that. We'll see, we'll see. We'll see how we feel. We'll see means we're not feeling it, by the way. Let's go ahead and do something a little risky here. Is that the wrong blur? Yeah, it was. Get that kind of blended. Now we're going to come back in and hopefully maintain some definition. Okay. It's kind of got like a scale vibe to it, right? I think it's a little big though, so I'm gonna shrink it. So what if I do this now? Okay, that is obviously not what I wanted to do. Then we merge down to another one. Down to another one. Okay. Merge down. And should maybe now be able to just pull this. Move that, something like that. Okay. What if I just like, you know, copy this and then like move that? It's not really what I wanted to do. Might be better if I do this. And we'll just go ahead and flip this and re-angle it. Okay. And we can merge this down. And then we can, you know, just take this one and then place it. And then, you know, just put it like randomly somewhere. And we can merge it down. You know, just like little random details here and there. And we'll Control V again. Control V again. I don't know. Is this okay? I feel like it's okay. Put it down. You know what? It's been a while. Been a while. Okay. So now we have one of these little clusters here. So we can Control C, Control V. And now we just kind of want to maybe move this something like that. Okay. Maybe put these on here. Maybe put them on the leg. What do we think? Put them like right back there. Control C, Control V. Maybe like double patch it up. It almost feels like it's too much. So we'll take, wait, hold on. All right, hold on. Let's merge them all down first. And then we should be able to deal with this. So we're on the last one. So now I should be able to do that, and let's just cut that one out. Maybe we'll cut that one out. Okay. Just like random little spots here where maybe it's hopefully gonna feel slightly like something. What that is, I don't really know, but something. I will maybe try and do one here. Okay. Let's merge. Let's actually undo what we just did. Okay, it was on the wrong thing. I thought so. Okay. Thinking maybe take this. Thinking maybe we try and fit in like a scale right here. That makes sense. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay. Maybe try and put one like, thinking like right maybe here. This way we don't have to like have it be a perfect pattern, but instead it kind of almost feels a little more like, I feel like natural. Although patterns do kind of happen in nature, so I don't know. Maybe I'm being too critical of how patterned it would feel. I feel like this nostril's maybe a little too far over. Or maybe this one's just too far and I'm losing it. Let's go to Deets real quick. Feel like I want to do something about these teeth. I just don't know what. She has no pictures of her teeth. I'm gonna just pick like a darker color. And we're gonna try and maybe 3Dify them again. I just feel like they're getting kind of lost in like the details and the color. they're feeling very flat because everything around them has like a lot going on around it. And they're just feeling, like I said, very, very flat. Very, like, forgotten. Like, I drew them, and then I just kind of was like, all right, we're good. It's better, but it's not, like, good. I don't know how to explain that. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something, like, right here. I don't know what it should be, though. Guess that's it. That's what we're getting. I don't know. It just feels super fucking, like... I don't know. I like, just blank and flat. Just slightly increase it. Just so there's like a color wave here, if you will. I don't know how the fuck to describe things, okay? Okay. Should be able to do this, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So now we come back over it with this. And then like kind of split it like that. We should be able to come back through. Do 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 do. Hmm. Am I stupid? Hello? Oh, there it is. Okay. Come on down here. Make this a little bit darker, shall we? Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Just to create a little bit of contrast between that leg. Wrong color. Okay, so let's take a peek at her skin. Let's maybe grab that. And let's see if we can't, you know, get something happening here. Okay, so let's hit that. Let's hit that. Let's hit that. Hit that. Come on now. Do we feel like this is it? I feel like this is kind of it, right? Like I maybe need to do that little ear job thing. And then I think maybe some work around the eye might be kind of nice. But I feel like we're kind of at a point where we're just like slapping little details in for the sake of slapping little details in. And like I don't know that it's really adding anything. So let's go look at the eye real quick. Let's do the eye secondary actually, because I feel like right now these are looking really awkward. Okay. And then let's put like maybe that inside there. Okay. Not too bad. It's a little eye-catching, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. But it will be what it will be, you know? Okay. So, let's actually... I think we can get away with this. Maybe not. Why does that show up through the eye? Shouldn't this not show up through the eye? It doesn't in some spots. Okay, the white is base. Okay. That's all right. We do have a plan for this. I don't know why I thought the white wasn't part of the base. I thought it was part of I. Okay. Let's go to I real quick. Let's grab that. Let's grab this. Okay. Let's grab that color. I don't know what I just grabbed there. What the fuck is happening? Okay, I think we're good. Hopefully nothing crashed. I somehow accidentally grabbed the window on another monitor. Hold on, let's... Okay, that's not too bad. Let's grab that. Okay. All right. So we're relatively good on this front, which should mean should be able to then take this, we'll max opass, and then I should just be able to like clean this, you know? Like clean. Oh yeah, bud. Oh yeah. So now I should be able to go to shade and just kind of fucking send it in here. Okay, it looks like it's still showing up for some reason. Oh, you know what? It's because those were lower opacity passes before. I fucking forgot. Shoot. That's okay. We have the technology to fix this. We have the technology. We're sandwiches. It's almost too dark, isn't it? Maybe add like a little bit of light around. You know, let's get some orange in here. I feel like some orange would be nice. I'm just trying to create like some level of like, it's not just flat. I want somehow some depth to this. And I don't know if we can do it, but we're trying. And I feel like that requires a more sharp outside and a more sharp inside of like different varying, I guess, color almost. This is actually maybe almost it. I feel like that's pretty close. Maybe like a little more. Hold on. A little more like this almost. And then like, okay. I want like a real orangey bit here. I almost want it to feel like it's some sort of like eyelash strat, but not quite. Then we need to come back into this. It's really hard to fucking blend this and like maintain a flow and a shape. Feel like it's too dark right here. What do we think? And maybe like slap some of this orange in, like maybe right about here, and just like call it a day. I actually think that really worked somehow. Okay, let's go to not the eye. Let's do the horn. Is the horn in Deets? I think so, right? It's not. Mostly in shade. Well, we'll do a Deet in horn. Wait, actually, here's a better idea. Okay, so we got 2 of them in. Maybe do something on the sleeves if we can. Holy fuck, that one was hard. Okay. That one's getting blended in a little bit because it's not looking too hot. Yeah, looking at this actually like needs some work. Oh boy. Let's get all in here. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got a couple of them. Maybe we can get like a lighter one in. Actually, wait, we haven't really used this orange. Let's do it like right here. What do we think? I don't know why this is so fun. This is like my favorite part. I think what I like is you can't really even tell what that is if you're zoomed out. And it's like such... Oh, I thought it crashed. I was about to cry. Let's save. But you can't really... No. Okay, it was just normal. Holy fuck. I don't even remember where I placed all of them. Let's see if we can like blend this one and still have it read as a little bit. All right, all right. I think I put one in one of these somewhere, but I don't remember. So we're gonna try and do it again. Sure, let's do it as this color. think it looks better like that instead of trying to do them in certain directions. What do we think? I do think that that's too bright though. So let's maybe like that. There we go. Way less noticeable. Perfect. And then maybe take that. Come in here. I don't know. I kind of like doing this because it kind of makes it so that, like, if anyone ever tries to pretend, which I doubt they ever would for my work, but if anyone ever does try to pretend and, like, they slap a signature in the corner or something, I can just say zoom in on the eye. You know what I mean? Like zoom in on the sleeve, and if that gets them and they try again a different way, I can be like, oh, you deleted the one there. Zoom in here. Guess what, bro? I'm fucking unstoppable. All right, let's go to shade real quick. Am I done? Am I done? Am I done? Am I done? There's things I wish I did better. There's things I wish I knew when I started and it would have been better. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna send it on this. This shouldn't be too terrible. I'm gonna go low on this though, instead of high. This is in shade. Hold on. Let's go to deets. Yeah, there's things I wish I had known when I started. There's a lot that could be changed, could be different, could be better. I think ultimately though, I've done my best here. And I don't think this looks particularly bad. Definitely proud of it, but I don't know. I do think I can do better now. It's this thing I talked about with like Ishtola when I drew her. When I started, I was, I put in 100% of my effort, 100% of my work, right? I held nothing back. I did everything I felt like I wanted to do. But there were things I didn't know how to do. There were things I just didn't do as well as I do now, just on the virtue of now drawing. And I don't think it makes sense for me to... Okay, I definitely pulled color. I don't know what the hell is going on here. But I don't think it makes a whole hell of a lot of sense for me to just kind of like effectively try to perfect one image that even if I were to take my new 100% capability, right? Even if I were to put now another 100% into this, we wouldn't be, the best of our ability, because by the time I finish again, we're going to be once again higher. And so now we have to keep going or restart. And it's like, it gets to a point where I feel we're just kind of wasting our time. Like, will the image look better if I keep working on it? Probably. But I think it would be even better if I just went ahead and started something new, learned more, and if I really felt like I liked this image, it's otherwise perfect. I think what I should do then is come and revisit it and try it again, but like from scratch, and like take everything I learned and remake it better. I don't think it makes a whole hell of a lot of sense to sit here and just continue on the one same image I've been doing over and over, basically infinitely, indefinitely. Like, I think we need to move on. Like, could I make this look better? Almost certainly. But I just don't think I should. Probably could have drawn that, but I don't know what it is, and I didn't really want to, if we're being honest. Which I'm always honest. Nope, that's way too blurry. Let's tone it down, shall we? We just want to blend the colors. We don't want to blur it. All right. I'm gonna close the book on this one. I don't know. I feel like okay, I could add more scales. I could maybe do more details. But it's like it just gets to a point where I don't feel like I'm really adding anything. I feel like this looks really good. I'm honestly not in love with the leg thing that I just did, but like I'm not in love with it. I feel like it's good, but like I don't know. Maybe it could be better. I don't know how to put it. I don't know. Background. Are we good with this background? Does take away a little bit from the sleeves. I think we like this. What do we think? I think I like this. I think we call it on this. So like, all right, let's look at it. I'm saying it's done because I honestly don't even know how to fix the things that I feel like are wrong with it. They're mostly perspective issues. I feel like the feet, they were like one of the first things I worked on. I feel like I don't know, they just don't quite fit right. Like they're different angles. It's like it kind of looks like she's being held by a claw machine thing. You know what I mean? Like she's just dangling, her feet aren't on the floor. I don't know. The nose, I feel like it's better than it was, but it does still feel very much like you see a little bit too much of what would be her left side. I feel like you should see less, but I don't know. I feel like it's not terrible. Um, Proportions, honestly, kind of stubby, but I thought that was also comical, so it's kind of fine. Um, I don't know. There's some things that I feel like are too symmetrical. I know it's not like perfectly symmetrical, but I don't really like the way the leg thing looks ultimately. I don't really like the body thing with the two hearts, like those little things that are supposed to be a replacement for her corset. It's like almost too uniform for the back spines, if you will. I feel like I wish that I had done them almost like more sparingly. I know they're not like perfectly placed or perfectly uniform, but I feel like they're just too uniform. It's too easy to follow. I don't know. The eye, I feel like I like the eye itself, but like the depth around it doesn't really do it for me. The horns are probably my favorite. I think they came out pretty good. Um, I think my biggest gripe are probably the hands and the feet, which incidentally are the first things I did. So Well, I mean, obviously I drew the outer thing, but like the first things I focused on once we had like an outline, and I think maybe like knowing now a little more, going back to like you learn as you go along, and so like my previous 100%, which I did put into this, is now higher than that before, but it's like, do I really want to just keep going back and putting in the same like, I don't know, extra 5% that I learned? It's going to take me longer to do that and change this than it would to just start something new and learn even more from that, if that makes sense. um I don't know. I think I really like it, but I don't know if anyone else will. It definitely shows I've only been drawing for like 6 months, right? I feel like the leg too fat and the arms are like too goofy. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off for the morning. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Next weekend I'll probably start a raptor. I have an idea of who I wanted to do because I saw a tweet where they said they wanted to be a raptor or something, or if they were a dinosaur they'd be a raptor. So we're gonna do that. And then I guess we'll work on the owl thing, and we'll go from there. But that's it for this morning. Hopefully I can get on during the week. I don't know when. Probably not. So probably see y'all next Saturday morning. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you. I appreciate you, and hopefully I can catch you in the next one. Bye.